Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you again and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea. Like I said, it's lovely to see you again and thank you ever so much. Or if you're new, a very warm welcome to you also. Like I said, this is What's for Tea and my name is Cheryl and this is just the part of the week where I show you what I made for the family meals during the week. We usually start off on Monday all the way through till today, which is Sunday, and as usual a wee selection of your comments from my videos during the week. Now this one's going to be a wee bit longer because I've got a couple of mini recipes in amongst the meals of the week. People keep asking, how do you make your mashed potato? What is it you do to them? And it's ever so simple, so I'm going to drop that in as well just to show you. But starting off on Monday with a wee chicken pie. So we started off with some mashed potato with some mixed vegetables at the back and a wee simple chicken pie. It's just basically a chicken stew with puff pastry on the top. And I made a quick and easy creamy mushroom sauce for the top. Now that is actually pastry. It's not a pancake. Moving on to Tuesday, and I made minced beef hot pot, and I've got a recipe for this which I'll link down below. We just have some broccoli and that's the minced beef hot pot there. Haven't had this for ages and it's lovely. Moving on to Wednesday, a simple one with some chicken and chips. So I just simply poached some chicken breasts and we had that with some sliced carrots and some chips for a wee change. And a wee simple chicken and herb gravy over the top. And although it was simple, it was lovely. And I'm going to quickly show you how I do this because it is super simple. So you just want a big pan of boiling water and drop your chicken in. Just make sure that you've got enough water in there to cover your chicken up. So there's 4 of us, so I've got 4 in there. You just want to bring that to the boil. And I'm just going to throw in a couple of garlic cloves and some herbs. This time I'm just using some dill, and you can use tarragon, you can use thyme, whatever you like, just a wee handful of each. Give it a wee mix round. You just want to simmer this on low for 15 to 20 minutes. Pop in a couple of teaspoons of salt if you like. And like I said, just give it 15-20 minutes simmering on low, and it's so delicate but it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. Moving on to Thursday, another simple one. We just had some soup and rolls, and this is my broccoli and stilton soup. And again, I'll leave the recipe in the description box below. And we just had some bacon and tomato bake-at-home rolls with some crisps on the side, and that's that beautiful broccoli and stilton soup. And like I said, I will leave it down below, the recipe that is. Friday we were actually out to Frankie and Benny's. It was just me and Mr. What's for Tea. So this is just a wee casual American Italian diner, style place that we like to go to. And they do burgers and pasta and that kind of thing. And I always get a burger when I come here. And this is the one I got. I got the double bacon and cheese, and it's massive. And I absolutely love the Cajun cheese fries, which is a wee bit extra, money wise, but they're delicious. Mr. What's for Tea got a pizza and chips, and I managed about 3/4 of this burger. I wanted to leave a wee bit of room for my cheesecake, which I had next. And they've got a decent dessert menu as well. And we like to try out the new desserts when they come. So this is what I had. I had the Toblerone cheesecake, and Mr. What's for Tea had the hot cookie. So this was mine, and it was lovely. And this was Mr. What's for Tea. It was like hot cookie dough with mini Rolos with ice cream on top, and he thoroughly enjoyed that. Moving on to yesterday, and I just had simple pasta. So I made a spicy tomato sauce for myself with some mozzarella and black pepper and these wee garlic dough balls. Everyone else had something different. No one else likes the spicy stuff apart from me. And these were the dough balls. They're actually half price in Tesco at the moment. And everyone else had this creamy cheese and ham sauce. It's just the same pasta and the same dough balls, but it's a creamy cheese with some ham through it. And moving on to today, and we just had mince pie. So this is the mashed potato I'm going to show you in a sec, with some mince pie there. Some of us had baked beans, and some had peas and gravy. This mince pie was lovely. So that was the peas there with some gravy. And this was the pie just out of the oven. And you can see that's just bursting with mince. when you're like exploding. So I'm going to quickly show you how I do my mashed potato for those who are interested. So you always start off with cold water, and you want your potatoes all, you know, all the kind of same size. Get that up to a boil, and you want to wait till it's at the boil before you add your salt, because if you add your salt just now, you know, it does take the water longer to boil. And like I said, you do want to use cold water, because again, if you use boiling water, the outside of your potato is going to cook a lot quicker than the inside, and you'll end up with some really mushy potatoes. So this is just what I do. Always start off with boiling water and wait until your water is boiling before you add your salt. If you're going to use salt, I don't use salt. And you just want to top your pan up with some more boiling water. Reduce your heat and just let your potatoes simmer until they're tender. I just like to cook mine until they're falling off the knife and kind of breaking up, just like that. So drain off your water, and I just like to give mine a good shake to kind of break them up a wee bit. And I pop in a good knob or two of butter and either some cream or some milk, and this is going to help, you know, get all your lumps out. And you want to keep a very low heat going under this whilst you're mashing, and just keep mashing and mashing until you think your arm is going to fall off. And when you think you're finished, just keep mashing, and you'll end up with a beautiful creamy lump-free mash, just like this. And I do mine the same way, more or less all the time. Sometimes I might add a bit of cheese or a wee bit more milk or a wee bit more butter if I want a creamier mash, but this is just the way I do it. So that was that. Really simple. But I did just want to throw it in just at the end, because like I said, quite a lot of you have asked to see, you know, how I do the mashed potato. So yes, I just wanted to throw that up. I didn't want to do a whole recipe on it, but there you go. Like I said, super simple. So this is just a few of your comments from during the week on my last couple of videos. You know, I do like to try and respond to as many of you as I can, and I always get a chuckle when I read a lot of your comments. So the first comment is from Sonia. She's written, "Great haul. I love it when Jasper gets a mention too. Oh, of course, I couldn't not mention my wee man. He's absolutely adorable. You know, everybody loves him. He's just such a wee pet. So thank you for your comment, Sonia. It's lovely to see you." The next comment is from Steamed Up, and he's written, or she's written, "Those scones look so good. You know, they're absolutely delicious, and they're only £1. You know, and I sometimes, well, usually make my own scones, but sometimes, you know, you just don't have the time, or you're too busy, or you've got quite a lot on. So £1 for 4 of these, you know, and Mr. What's for Tea likes to take these to work, so they're great in a pinch." The next comment's from Kate Daly, and she's written, "Good haul. I find that the little Magnum dishwasher tablets are amazingly good and so cheap. I think they're £2.99 for 40. I'm always telling folks, haha, I should get paid by Lidl," and I think she actually means Aldi. I've read another couple of comments below this, and I do believe she means Aldi. So I'll certainly be looking out for those when I go in, because I'm normally £8 for my dishwasher tablets, and I always get the same ones, but this week they were actually on offer for £5, so I grabbed them. I actually got a couple of, went back and got another couple of bags. But yeah, I'll certainly have a wee look when I'm at Aldi, and I'll try them out, because for £2.99 for 40 seems incredible value. And if you're enjoying them, I'm going to take your word for that, Kate. So thank you very much for your comment. The next comment's from Judy, and she's written, "That bacon looks fabulous. I've never seen any so lean and large in the States. Looking forward to the gingerbread." Well, do you know what, Judy? I have had quite a few folks say that, but I think our streaky bacon in this country might be what you guys are, you know, are used to as bacon. I think our bacon here might be better known as Canadian bacon or ham. I've heard some people refer to it as ham or Canadian bacon, you know, but I definitely think our streaky bacon is what you guys are used to as, you know, the bacon that you get over there. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. We actually had some this morning on rolls, and it was fabulous. So I'll certainly be getting that again. So thank you for stopping by and deciding to comment. Lovely to see you. The next comment is from JT Lamunge. Love your name. And they've written, you certainly can't have the apple crumble without custard. This is how I always have it, and it looks delicious as always. Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. Such a simple recipe, and I will link this down below and amongst the other recipes that I've got down there. But it is really, really simple, a really, really easy dessert to make, and an absolute classic for a good reason. So thank you very much for viewing and deciding to leave a comment. The next comment is from Steeler Bear, and they've written, looks delicious. I'm off to the orchard this weekend, so I'll be getting some of those extra apples for this. Do you make your own custard? Could you share that recipe? Well, sometimes I do. It just depends, you know, it all depends on what, you know, how much time I've got. And this one that I used in this recipe was actually from a carton. I didn't actually make this one, but I have been known to make my own custard from time to time. And it is, again, super simple. It just takes a wee bit of time. So if I've got the time, then I do whip up my own custard. It does tend to be a day that I've got off work, but I'll certainly pop that up in a future recipe. I don't think I'd have that as a standalone recipe, but I'd probably pop that in as a recipe if I was doing a sort of sponge pudding or something. So yeah, so thank you very much for your comment. And just moving on to our last wee comment, and Level Up Your Life has written, yum, how delicious and perfect for the fall season. Great work in your video, you put a lot of effort into it. Well, thank you ever so much for your comment and your kind words. You know, I do try. I've still got a lot to learn. You know, I've only been doing my wee YouTube videos for just coming up to 2 years now, so I've certainly got a lot to learn, but I have came a long way, because I was watching some of my old recipes the other day, you know, the ones from right away at the beginning, and you know, they're completely different now. So I'm super chuffed at where I've managed to get in, you know, such a short space of time. So thank you very much for recognising that and watching and deciding to leave a comment. So that was it. So that was our meals of the week this week, guys, and thank you ever so much for popping over, you know, and those of you who do decide to leave a comment and you know, that kind of thing, is greatly appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why not subscribe just on your way out? And if you haven't done so yet, why not hit that wee bell notification? That way you will be notified every time I pop up a new wee video. It'd be lovely to see you again. And for those of you who are old, tried and trusted and true viewers of mine, you know, it does mean the absolute world, and I'm so lucky and happy to have you guys on board. So yeah, so thank you very much, like I said, guys, and until the next time I see you, mind to take care of yourselves, and from our house in Scotland to wherever you are in the world, lots of love, and bye for now. Bye now.